In this class, we are going to learn how to create a OTBI report from scratch using the BI Analysis Editor. I have navigated to the BI editor. From the folder structure, I have navigated to shared folder and custom. We are here in the ABC 1010. So this is the same folder where we were saving the OTBI reports when we were creating the one using the BI Composer. So you might be familiar with this user interface because this is the same editor which we are using in order to build the BI Publisher reports in Oracle Fusion. In order to create the analysis using the BI Analysis Editor, just click on New, and from here you have to select the analysis. Then the pop-up will open up. We are going to create a report that is based on the payable invoices transaction real time. That's over here. Just select the subject area. So this is going to open up the editor window for us. We are here in the BI Analysis Editor. This is how it will look like. On the criteria, we have to drag and drop the columns which we are interested in. We are going to drag and drop the same columns which we had added in the case of BI Composer. That is, I'm going to expand the general information from the invoice details folder. Just scroll down and locate where is the invoice number. It's over here. Just double click and it will be added on the column section in the criteria. So we have successfully added the first column. Next, I'm going to add the invoice date. Then I'm trying to add the description. It's over here. Next, I will be adding the supplier. That's called as supplier or the party name. It's over here. Then I will be adding the amount. Amount is a measurable entity and it's segregated into a different folder. It's over here. Invoice amount and amount paid. Then I am interested in the invoice type. Let's see where it is. It's over here under the general information table, and this is how we can add the columns into our OTBI report. Similarly, if you want to add the calculated or custom columns, we can add something like date and we can modify the formula. Here, if you want to see how this formula is generated in the case of BI Analysis Editor, just click on this gear icon and we can click on this edit formula. Here, if you see, we are having like this, that is hyphen general information dot invoice date. Suppose if you want to see how this is referred for invoice number, just click on this, edit the formula, and it is like general information invoice number. For the invoice amount, if you see, this is coming from the invoice amounts folder and this is the field name. And also you can drag and drop from here if you are calculating based on some column. Also the styling is available, like custom heading, you can give it over here if you are interested. Suppose if you don't want this invoice amount, something else, then you can modify. Let's now rename these columns. One option is we can go to the edit formula and we can rename from here the column heading. And the most favorable approach which all the developers use is we go to the gear icon, select the column property. Suppose if you have missed, again I will show you. Click on this gear icon, select the column properties, go to column formatting. And here we have to select this custom heading. From here invoice number, we will just tell this is the number and click on OK. For the invoice date, I will just tell this is the date. Select this custom heading and just the date. Click on OK. For the invoice description, I will just tell this is the description. So this is how we can rename the column headings. I will just tell this is the party or the supplier name. For the invoice type code or the name, we will just tell this is the invoice type. Coming to the invoice amount, I'm just telling this is the amount. Click on OK. Coming to the invoice amount paid, I will be just telling this as amount paid. Done. This is how my report will look like. Now you might tell that I have successfully added all the columns. How I am going to preview this report, like how it will look like. In order to see the preview, just toggle this to the results tab. Here you will be seeing the view that is in the tabular fashion. Suppose if you want to modify the title at the top, just click on this edit. And here you are here in the title section. I will tell this is the accounts payable for some region, or if you want to upload the logo, you can select the logo from here. There are a few standard logos. We can select one among over here. Suppose if you want to upload your own, you can upload. Click on done. Now this is how my report will look like. This is the title and this is the table over here. And this table is wrapped around this container, and this container is having its own property. Like if you click on this, you will get an option that is to change the background color. Suppose if I don't want this white color and something else I'm interested in, Just I will select this over here, click on OK and done. The background will change. Now similarly for the table, we are having the table properties as well. If you click on view properties, here we can add the width. Suppose if you don't want user to scroll something like this, we can just click on this, and one option is we can go for the content paging, click on OK. This is going to stretch the table, or we can go for fixed header, but we can select the maximum width to like 1500 pixels. Click on OK. In this case also it is going to stretch the table. So better option is we can go for content paging instead of selecting the custom width. Also, if you want the styling, like if I want to enable the alternate rows to be shown in some different color, I will select this and click the background color, and I will tell alternate rows should be in this color. Click on OK. And also other properties are also available, alignment, vertical alignment, all these things you can do. Click on OK and done. This is how my alternate row styling will look like. Suppose if you are having a grouping based on the supplier name, for example, I will go to the criteria tab. I will rearrange this. I want supplier at the front. Go to the results. Now the supplier name is coming at the front. Suppose if it is grouping based on the supplier or any repeating columns, then you can modify this. Go to the table properties. Repeat for each row you can select, and we can select OK, so that it will repeat the repeating elements whatever you are seeing over here. I have selected the custom alternate styling, and also I have automatically selected this repeat in each row. Suppose if it is coming only once, like for all these columns only one time ABC consulting, like it is merging all these columns, then you can select this option, that is repeat in each row. So this is how you can do the styling. Also you can rearrange the columns from here as well. We can just drag and drop like this and it will be rearranged. So like this, we can rearrange the columns either from the criteria tab or from the results tab. Go to the again criteria. Coming to this report, here it is still showing in the criteria tab as this is the first column. So there is this view layer and the criteria layer, that is the design tab of report. If you go to the advanced, here you can see the order in which these columns are placed. Like for example, first one is the invoice number, then comes the invoice date. Similarly, after that, the description, the supplier name, party name, invoice type, and invoice amount, so on and so forth are available over here. And also the SQL query, whatever it has generated to fetch those details, it will be in this order. Let's head over to the criteria and see a few more things. Suppose if you tell that I want to add the filter based on some currency, then we will see that now. For that purpose, I will be first of all adding one more column over here, that is the currency. Let me drag and drop the invoice currency at the end. Done. Let's see this in action. Go to the results. If you see, the currency value is USD. Now let's try to add the filter. There are a couple of ways how we can add the filter. Go to the criteria and click on this plus. Here we can go for the invoice currency based filter. This is one method. Otherwise, you can just click on this gear icon and we can select this filter. It is going to create the filter on the invoice currency. Here we can hard code the value like USD and click on OK. There are a bunch of other options as well. Like we can go for the presentation variable, so and so forth. We will see how we can do the same in subsequent classes. Click on OK. Now we are having the filter on the USD. Similar like this, if you want to add the filter on other fields or the columns, then you can do the same. You can add multiple filters as well. Go to the results. Now you will be seeing only those invoices whose invoice currency is USD. Also, suppose if you want to hide this currency from the view layer, then just right click over here and then select this exclude column. This is going to exclude that particular column from the view layer. Suppose if you want to bring that back, just click on this edit view. Here scroll down and you will see this invoice amount available. Just you can drag and bring it back to the view layer. If you see, the invoice currency has been moved and you can see the invoice currency over here. So this is how we can drag and drop to exclude it, or you can do the same using the right clicking over here. Once you are done with the styling, you can click on done. Let's go back to the criteria and I want to get rid of this invoice currency. Let me just select this and click on delete. It is now deleted from this particular report. Now suppose if I want to filter this data based on the invoice type, like how we had done in the case of BI Composer, we can do the same over here. Just right click over here and we can select move to and go to prompts. Now this is going to create the prompt and we can select the invoice tab and it will filter the data over here. This is how my report will look like. Before we save and end this class, we will see how we can style this table properties. In order to style this, we will go to the criteria, we will go to the numbers and go to the column properties. So we have made the custom heading, but we didn't change the font. I will change the column heading color. That is, I will go for this color, click on OK. Size, I will go for 18. I'm going for the bold, everything I will keep default. Let me click on this copy so that I can paste on all the column headings and I don't have to repeat all these steps again and again. Click on OK and click on OK. I will go for the column date, click on this and just click on this paste. It will automatically add all the things like the size, style and the color. Click on OK, done. Similarly, I will repeat this for all the columns. I have added the styling for all the columns. I am now in the last column heading. Let me paste this over here, click on OK. Now let's go to the results tab. Here if you see, the column heading has been changed. Similarly, if you want to change the styling for the column values, go to the style. From here we can select the style, that is the bold, click on OK and we can go to the results tab. Here if you see, we have changed the style of the column values as well. So we will do further more styling in our coming classes. This is how we can do the styling, change color properties or the background color to the styling on the report and so on and so forth. Now let's save this report. Click on this save. This is going to ask you for the folder where you want to save. I will tell this is the BI editor report which we created for invoice payable. Click on OK. Suppose if you want to see how this report will look like when we export to the PDF, there is an option inbuilt over here. Just go to the data and you can just select Excel, CSV, XML. So these are the options available. And also we are having this printable PDF. If you just select this, it is going to show you the printable PDF over here. But the invoice type will be fixed. So this is how you can create a very first report using the BI editor. Since we have saved, let's go back to the catalog. Just click on this catalog. And here is our report, that is number 5. Click on open. So this is going to open the report straight away. This is how our report will look like. And we can go and change the debit memo, credit memo, the invoice type, and it will reflect over here.